What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I am back here with some more Madden NFL 15 Buccaneers franchise. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking on the Carolina Panthers after coming off of a terrible, heartbreaking loss last week against the San Francisco 49ers. And we're trying to bounce back. As you see, the Packers also lost, so that's always a good thing. We just gotta win out, basically. If we want a first-round bye, we gotta pretty much win out. And it sucks that it comes to like that because it's the Madden thing. I don't know what it is about Madden this year, or Madden 15, I should say, but it's like it's hard to get a first round bye unless you're like 14-2 or better, and that seems like pretty unrealistic, like on paper. But I think it has happened before a couple times where teams go like 15-1 and 14-2 and they get a first round bye. It's happened before, but it seems like more unrealistic now because of how competitive the league is. But anyway, Carolina's not that good. Cam Newton's been really struggling this season. Obviously, we've been very good on both sides of the football as far as running the ball. And we got Evan Mathis back. So we are going to have quite a field day on this Carolina team because they're missing quite a few players as well. And that's part of the reason why they've been struggling. They've had a lot of injuries. They see a lot of their key players on the offensive line. Their running back is out. Their defensive tackles are out. So they're missing some big parts. They're using their third string center. So we're gonna have a field day on their offensive line. But anyway, as you can see, we're closing down to the last parts of the season, and we're hoping for a good playoff push. And I hope you guys enjoy the game against the Carolina Panthers. And I will see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's the Panthers going up against the Buccaneers. Now we'll head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 13 matchup.
It's Sunday night in the NFL, and we're coming to you from under the lights as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms getting set for the call. The playoff chase is on. It's late in the year, and every single game is crucial. How about the scenes we have before us, Phil?
Well, just wipe the slate clean, Jim. That's what you got to think of as players and coaches. Don't worry about mistakes that you've made in the past or some of the good things. This is it. One game, it means everything. And if you have that kind of attitude, I think it really helps you play better physically and mentally. And, of course, if you do that, it gives you a better chance to win.
The Panthers are back deep, waiting to return the kick. The team that sits atop the NFC South has the football on the tee, getting set now to kick it away and get this.
And we are now underway here in Carolina as the 3-8 Carolina Panthers host the 9-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As you see, Eddie Royal taking this one out to about the 23-yard line. And here comes Cam Newton, former Heisman Trophy winner from Auburn. And he's been kind of lackluster this year, but he's kind of been like lackluster, kind of mediocre in his whole career anyway. Hasn't really been doing much ever since his first 2 games in the NFL. So, yeah, he's made a couple of playoff appearances, but that's because of his defense. Let's be honest. His defense in Carolina is outstanding. So, if it wasn't for that defense, that team would have gone nowhere. But Cam Newton gets that completion over the middle for the first down, and Cam Newton does not, or not the first down, but we get the ball. Here comes Mike Glennon. 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and we're trying to pass the ball more often. I feel like some teams are starting to pick up on our run game, which is perfectly okay. I mean, we have very good wide receivers as it is. Mike Evans, Safarian Jenkins, Vincent Jackson, Martinez Murphy. We have Peterson, Tyquan Underwood. A bunch of good, solid receivers in this group. You see Martinez Murphy gets that one underneath for a pick of about 10 and another Bucs first down. Later on in the drive, it's 3rd down and 2. Shotgun formation with Bobby Rainey in the backfield. Here is Glennon looking, has time, throws a dart over to Vincent Jackson and gets the first down. That was a dart that was right in a tight window. He barely had any room to get that one in there, and he got it in there anyway. So 1st and 10 here for the Bucs at the 32. Here's Glennon looking, has time over the middle to Safarian Jenkins, gets the first down to about the 21-yard line. 21? What's 9 plus 10? 21? And gets the first down. So 2nd down and 1 here. 13-yard line handoff to Doug Martin. Gets the first down barely. But, hey, we got the first down anyway. Right. 3rd down and 9. Here is Mike Glennon alone in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking over the middle. It is caught by Mike Evans. Yeah, that's Mike Evans. And he is short of the first down. So we're going to go for it here on 4th down and 2 from the 3. It's kind of a risk early on in the game, but I felt like I should take it because why not? So we get it off to Lonnie Pryor, and he gets the touchdown, and it's now 7-0 Bucks. We take the risk, and it pays off. That's what I like to see. You know, last week we took risk, and it didn't pay off. So we take a risk this week, and it pays off. But it's not like the stakes are, like, really high because right now it's just early on in the game compared to last week where we took risks. And they were late in the game, and they ended up costing us. So this is an early game risk, I suppose. But it ended up paying off, so it's not like it really matters. But here is Cam Newton driving down the field at the 46-yard line. Drops back, gets hit as he throws, but it's caught again on the sidelines for that first down by Smith. And they're doing pretty good moving the football so far on this drive. Let's see if they can continue it. 2nd down and 4. They got the receiver in motion. Here is Cam Newton in the single back formation. Taking his time with this one. He's going to hand it off to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell gets the first down and a little bit more. And he's got 5 carries for 23 yards. No, he's not in Pittsburgh in this game anymore. But, hey, we are doing all right. 3rd down and 1. Here is another really close, nitty-gritty situation. And they get it over the middle to former Florida State wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin for the touchdown. And it is now 7-7. Kelvin Benjamin doing pretty good in his NFL career. I really like him. Actually, I was back in the last year's draft. I was either kind of hoping for either Mike Evans or Kelvin Benjamin because we need a really tall receiver. Because I don't know, I feel like tall receivers are kind of like taking over the league little by little. Because there's there's a few exceptions like Julian Edelman. I think he's like under 6 feet. Wes Welker, one of them as well. But really tall, like 6'5" or taller, or actually 6'4", I would say 6'4" or taller is like the ideal height for a receiver nowadays. And because a lot of quarterbacks nowadays are just gunslingers and they'll just throw it up for grabs, and they need those tall receivers to just go up and get it. So, obviously you got people like Dez Bryant, Calvin Johnson, and now you got Mike Evans, Vincent Jackson. You know, they're all really good receivers, and they're all really tall receivers. Vincent Jackson's not very fast, but he can move and he can get up there. So hand off to Le'Veon Bell. He's taking his right side. And he's got to take this one past midfield to the 40, down to the 38-yard line. And that's a first down way past midfield. So we got to make a stop here with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Cam Newton in the shotgun on 3rd down and 7. He drops back, looks over the middle, and he gets just short of the first down. So they're going to settle for a field goal right here. So this one's from about 46 yards out. And the kick is up. And it's right down the middle. It's good. 10-10. The 3-8 Carolina Panthers are at home, keeping up with the 9-2 Bucks. Yes, we are on the road. Of course, our road games are always tough. But, man, the Carolina Panthers are just keeping up with us. That's kind of scary. So Glennon over the middle. It's intercepted by probably one of the best linebackers today. It's Luke Kuechly. And, man, he just snatched that one right from Doug Martin. He stepped right in front of him and just said, that's mine. So, yeah, that happened. So 48 seconds left in the half. Here's Cam Newton in the shotgun once again. Drops back. Looks right side. It's caught again. Cam Newton throwing darts today. Not something that I was particularly expecting considering his stat line before the game. 7 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. So I was kind of expecting to get a few of them this game. A few INTs. But they're going to get this one out to Kelvin Benjamin. And he gets popped by Alteron Werner. He got bodied. And it's now 4th down again. Here is Graham Gano from about 44 this time. And the kick is up. And this one is good again. So Carolina going into halftime with a 3-point advantage. Bucks start with the ball though in the second half. So they could easily just come back and take advantage. But let's see what they do with it here on 3rd and 14. Here is Glennon looking deep for Mike Evans. And Mike Evans overruns the ball. Doesn't stop and try and jump up for it. So bad play there. Bad play. 3rd down and 23 for Carolina. After a couple of sacks by the Bucs defensive line, like I said in the pregame, the Bucs are going to have a field day on Cam Newton if he doesn't scramble because this offensive line is depleted. But you see right here, Stephon Gilmore comes up with the pick, and that's, I think, his 5th or his 6th or 7th interception of the season. So he's been really good. I'm glad I picked him up in free agency. He's been really just fantastic and getting interceptions, making plays. You know, we have 3 solid corners, Jonathan Banks, Stephon Gilmore, and Elteron Werner. And you see Doug Martin breaking some tackles, getting that first down, going all beast mode, not like Marshawn Lynch beast mode, but pretty close to it, I guess. But 3rd down and 2 here, handoff, Bobby Rainey. Bobby Rainey screaming on through for that first down and gets the drive going, keeping it alive. That's what we like to see. But back to our defensive players here. We got 3 really good corners, I feel like. Jonathan Banks is probably one of my favorite defensive players. Even though he doesn't play a huge role, when he's on the field, he makes an impact. And as you see, Doug Martin gets in the end zone for the touchdown. It is now 17-13. So we regain the lead. Here's Carolina on a 3rd and 15. Here is Cam Newton. Steps up, looks to the steps left this time, and he's taken down at the 21 for a sack by Gerald the Real McCoy. And the Bucs here on a 3rd down and 6 here with a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Mike Glennon stepping back, looking, and it's overthrown. That was to the middle of nowhere. I don't know where he was throwing that to. I think he was underneath. I think he was also looking towards the deep downfield. But here we go. Here is Le'Veon Bell on a 3rd and 11. They're going to hand it off, and he's not going to get much. So it's going to be 4th down, and Carolina's going to punt the ball again. And here's Tampa Bay on a 1st and 10 from the 40. Here is Mike Glennon looking. It's caught by Underwood, gets the first down. I thought it could have been intercepted for a second because it was really a tight spot that Glennon got that into, so that's why I kind of hurdled. But anyway, we got the first down regardless. Here is Safarian Jenkins. Go up and get it, big fella. 1st down and 10 for the Bucs as they're getting in just a little closer to that touchdown to extend their lead. 1st and 10. Here is Glennon. Looks over the middle, caught by Mike Evans. He barely gets it in for the touchdown, but hey, a touchdown's a touchdown. It's now 24-13 here late in the 4th quarter. There's about 4.5 minutes to go. Not much time left. 3rd and 27. Here's Cam Newton looking, gets it completed to Calvin Benjamin. Calvin Benjamin takes it just a few yards short of the first down, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and 6. They pretty much have no choice. They're running out of time. Here is a single back formation with the 4 wide receivers on the play. Here is Newton, and he's going to try and scramble, but he is taken down for the sack by the real McCoy, Gerald McCoy. And now the Bucs are looking like they're going to close this one out. So first and goal at the 3. Here's Glennon, offset eye, and they get it off. Safarian Jenkins, touchdown. This one's wrapped up pretty much, but Carolina's still going to get theirs. They're still not going to give up. 3rd down and 5 here with just a little over 2 minutes to go in the game. This one's basically, like I said, basically over. So here is Newton going to scramble, and he's going to get that one in for the touchdown. And it's now 31-20, but that's pretty much going to be wrapping that one up. Tampa Bay walks away with a win, and they move to 10-2 on the year. Next week, we take on the Seattle Seahawks at home. They're a very formidable opponent. Last time we played Seattle, we ended up losing that game. I wouldn't say it was a very tight game, but it was a pretty competitive game. It was like 20-10, I think. But that was like last year in the franchise. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a first-time viewer of myself, make sure you click that subscribe button because there's going to be more sports content on the way. More NCAA, more MLB The Show, and, more Madden, of course. Madden 16 is right around the corner. The Dolphins franchise will be coming out soon. But until next time, my name is Sim with Vengeance, and I am out. Peace.